My name is Lucas Brown. I'm with TELUS Communications. I'm a manager there, and I'm from Vancouver, Canada. Mobile broadband is about connecting everything. So it's about the future of connectivity where all of our devices, not only our smartphones, but our cars, our appliances, machine to machine, everything is connected and sharing information. It's going to really break down barriers and revolutionize industries. We started to see some of that with things like Uber and the media companies today, how it's all changing. And I think we're just going to see more of that as we move into the Internet of Things. I think it's important that Latin American operators understand that mobile broadband in the future and even today is all about capacity. So we need to add capacity to our network so that we can handle that extra demand. There's going to be thousands of connections, all different types of media being consumed, data, streaming video, low latency data, and all these applications are going to require additional capacity, and we need to start planning for it now and thinking about it so that you can be prepared in the future. That's an interesting question, is, how do we trade off investing in a technology that we perhaps deployed already and continuing to invest in it, or focusing more on 4G. Now obviously 4G is going to eventually take over, and that will be it will replace 3G eventually. So the question is, do you want to invest in technology that maybe has a limited lifespan, or something that will be around and take us all the way to 2020. So I think it's a balance of both. In the short term, sure, 3G, maintain your network, maybe use it as a voice layer, but long term, any kind of data connectivity, really we need to start thinking about the long term data requirements, and LTE is positioned to do that with. LTE was really, and 4G was really built around data. So I think for voice and keeping legacy services, 3G is okay, but anything in the future, really we need to take a serious look at LTE and 4G technologies. Yeah, real estate is always a challenge, right, when trying to build wireless sites from community perspective, from municipalities, from different angles. And I think it's important to start early with real estate acquisition and look at what type of infrastructure maybe the operators might not have considered in the past. Think about things like small cells. We discussed that today. This is becoming more and more pervasive. Maybe you can start thinking about other deployment strategies. Spectrum, we see it as a long-term investment. As I mentioned before, spectrum is like real estate. We're not making any more of it, so there's a limited supply, and we need to recognize that this is literally the airwaves that a wireless company needs to essentially operate. So without it, it really puts an upper limit on what you can do. So we need to be prepared long-term to invest in spectrum so that we can progress and get to that 2020 5G technology. I'd recommend just thinking about data and data-centric and trying to build that for your customers so that they can have the best data experience. And that's really what is driving us forward, is these new applications, and it's really going to help build a lot of new opportunities for Latin America if we can harness this high-speed mobile MBB future.